Plus, a special program sending New York City veterans to Broadway shows, offering them the joy of live theater for free.
You're watching the 5 o'clock news.
Well, a big night out on the town for a group of vets. They took part in a program which sends New York City veterans to Broadway shows. Fox 5's Antoine Lewis was there to capture the moment.
I'm pretty excited. I don't go to Broadway plays that often.
And that excitement for Air National Guard veteran Robert Paris is courtesy of the TDF Veterans Theatregoing program. TDF's Director of Accessibility Lisa Carling says the program's mission is to help veterans experience the joy of live theater for free.
Provides a wonderful opportunity for veterans in 5 boroughs to come and feel part of a Broadway audience. We're trying to build communities, you know, the healing of the power of the performing arts coming together and sharing that experience of a live performance.
Daniel Chin is a U.S. Army veteran.
It allows the veterans an opportunity to actually, socialize with one another. Sometimes we don't have that opportunity at the company.
Arthur Hudman served in the United States Coast Guard.
We live in Queens, so a lot of times it's a little bit difficult to get out here, make time, and often it's very expensive to get out to a play.
I'm guessing you never heard of Gander before. Well, that's it in a rear view mirror.
The production the veterans attended was the Tony Award-winning musical Come From Away, which tells the true story of how the small town of Gander on the Canadian island of Newfoundland welcomed and embraced 7,000 strangers who were aboard 38 planes and found themselves stuck in Canada after all U.S. airspace was closed to traffic on September 11th. The show's producers say hope and humanity are central themes.
It is about how ordinary people do extraordinary things. So I could not think of a better connection than with our veterans, with our members of the armed services.
Coast Guard vet Bill Capoon says seeing how a community put its arms around total strangers is something he and most veterans can relate to.
On a Coast Guard vessel, we'd pull into ports. We'd have a port call there where we'd be immersed in a new community. And Come From Away is pretty much the same thing, where people were all of a sudden trapped in a new area and the community reached out to them and connected with them.
Welcome to the Rock if you come from away.
I did serve during that time when the 9/11 attacks did happen. It hit home. And it's just nice to see, you know, somewhere outside of where we're familiar with, actually coming together and you know, helping people when they needed help.
Come From Away is one of many shows now back on Broadway after the COVID-19 pandemic brought the Great White Way to a standstill in March of last year. Outside of the theater after the performance, a sense of gratitude from the wives of these veterans for TDF's Theatregoing program.
Because a lot of veterans don't know that this stuff is out there, and they give access to them, so that's even more important.
And for finding a unique way to thank New York's veterans for all they've done by serving our country.
I think that it's really important for me to see this show with him, because sometimes it's very easy to brush things off and to move on with our lives, but we need to remind ourselves of the impact that 9/11 had on all of us.
We weren't married yet, but we were dating and we lived through it. And I remember how he was there, and there was nothing that he wouldn't have done.
Being here tonight with him, knowing that he served and he did his time, and also having a child who also wants to go and serve in the near future, you know, it hits the heart. It really does.
From Broadway, Antoine Lewis, Fox 5 News.